I can't do it. I'm not smart enough. I'm too busy. I'm too old. I don't know how to do it. These are the types of comments I hear from friends and families, coworkers, even friends from DTC. Are you familiar with these comments?
Yeah.
DTC members and guests, Mr. Toastmaster, I would like you to close your eyes for a moment. I'd like you to imagine you achieving your dream, your goal of your life, with all these negative thoughts in the background. Open your eyes again. Was it easy to imagine achieving your dream? Probably not. This is perhaps what has happened. Now, this here is your dream, and this is you here. You're trying to achieve it, but there's all these negative thoughts here. You know, you could start up here, but if you keep on thinking negative thoughts, it pulls you back down. And if you have one of these, you'll know this is quite uncomfortable to my arm. So what people usually do is they lower their expectations, their dreams. This is much more comfortable. But wise men advise us otherwise. Töge Ihwang, prominent scholar, portrayed on the ubiquitous 1001 bill, left us with 10 lessons of life. 10. The very first one is called Ikji, is to aim high of your goal in life and never doubt your self-ability to achieve it. He tells us to do otherwise. Now, let me give you a personal example of a small achievement I've done in life. We have to go back to when I was a sophomore in college. I was visiting San Francisco, and I dropped by a college town near UC Berkeley. There's a big street called Telegraph Avenue. There's lots of hippies, lots of professors, students, homeless people, lots of used bookstores, everything, restaurants. So I went to this bookstore called Cody's. It's one of the big ones. I went into the biochemistry and computational biology section, which I'm most interested in. I was looking through books, and I smelled something weird in the corner. And I see this guy, he's probably homeless. And he probably didn't wash for at least a month, I can tell. So this guy here approaches me and says, "Excuse me, do you know what the molecular weight of polyethylene glycol is?" Wow! Even bums in Berkeley are smart. I should definitely come here for graduate school. So I envisioned myself walking and hanging out on Telegraph, maybe smoking something weird. So I went back home, told my friends, my colleagues, my family what I experienced at Berkeley. And I told them, hey, I want to go to Berkeley one day. And they knew the reputation of Berkeley. They knew that only this amount of applicants get into Berkeley. And they knew my GPA. So they told me, you know, Sung-joo, I don't want to discourage you, but why don't you save your application fee and apply to much lesser schools? In other words, lower my expectation. But a hopeless romantic, I didn't. I kept my hopes high, and I applied anyways, and I proved them wrong. But what would have happened if I listened to them? Would I be happy to save that $100? Who would be responsible for the loss of opportunities that Berkeley have gave me? My friends or me? Now, a lot of people around you sometimes they say, hey, you know, it's difficult because you're Korean or you're a foreigner, you're too young, or you're a man, or you're a woman. You can make up of any reason that something will not work. So what happens is that you lower your expectation and then you lower yourself as well. So let us think. Did they successfully predict failure, or did failure come as a result of such negative prediction? Now, let us think about all these people who had all these problems, these negative situations, but fought against that. kept their hopes high and achieved their full potential. Think about Albert Einstein. After college, he couldn't find a teaching job. He worked at a patent office. Think about Winston Churchill. He had speech impediment. Think about FDR, Franklin Roosevelt. He couldn't walk. Think about the deaf-blind girl in rural Alabama, Helen Keller, and what she did in her life. Think about all the horrible experiences that Oprah Winfrey had experienced as a little girl, and how she has grown and become a famous person. And most importantly, think about you and you. What are your problems? Are these problems so big so that you cannot achieve your full potential? Never, never, never doubt yourself. I want you to close your eyes one more time. This time, I want you to imagine your most improbable dream of your life. Visualize yourself achieving your dream. If you see any negative thoughts, fight against it. Open your eyes. I hope you always remember that there's the ubiquitous Cheonwon bill that reminds us to aim high and fight for our dreams.